Remember how my mom just got my car washed in detail? Well, it got bombarded today. Thanks a lot, birds. Off to the car wash. At the car wash. Talking about the car wash, yeah. Goodbye, bird poo. If you're a horror movie fan like I am, you've probably seen a film or two where the premise is don't go down into the basement. Something evil and scary lurks downstairs, so don't dare go down to the basement. Well, I'm living that nightmare right now, and I'll show you all why. Even the mice don't want to stay down in the basement. They're trying to come upstairs. I can't say that I blame them. And this is what I'm talking about. Look at this mess down here, covering nearly my entire floor in the basement. I'm a person who likes to be organized, so you can imagine what this is doing to my mind. It's like the constant monkey on my back. I lie awake in bed at night, and I know this is down here, lurking in my basement, this mess. You might all be wondering how such an organized person, such as myself, could have such a mess. Well, I've been helping my mom declutter her house, and it spills over to my house. There are many things that my mom wants me to try to sell for her on Facebook Marketplace and eBay so that she can get more money for them rather than selling them on or at a garage sale. And I don't blame her. And so far, I have made her almost $1,000 since I started selling stuff for her. However, I don't like storing all of this stuff in my basement, so I told her that I'll try to sell stuff for 1 month, and if it doesn't sell, it's going to go back to her house and in the garage. So when I come down here and look at all of this stuff and say to myself, today's the day I'm going to get organized. I'm going to organize all of this stuff in nice little totes or boxes, put it in the corner so that the floor is empty and we can actually walk down here But I come downstairs, take a look around, get overwhelmed, and go right back upstairs again. Well, maybe tonight's the night. Maybe I'm going to get it a little bit organized. I'm going to try anyway. We'll see what happens. Test this out and see if you can all see me. I have my ring light on and it's extremely bright. So let's see if I move about the room. Over here, if you can see me. And over here, if you can see me. Hello, testing. Testing, 1, 2, 3. How about up here? Can you see me now? Can you see me now? Whoa, I'm in the spotlight. Try not to break my ankle or fall over. No more medical bills, please. Okay, so I'm gonna try to tackle some of these boxes down here today. But first, I think I'm gonna have to get a snack. I'm starving. I ate breakfast, or no, lunch at like 10 o'clock this morning. A corn dog and fries from Sonic. Not the most healthy thing. Okay, so these are some DVDs that I brought here from my mom's house. I was trying to sell them in a lot because they're all sci-fi. So those didn't sell, so I'm gonna take these back and try to sell these at her garage sale. So these are gonna go into the other room. What else do we have? This is my mom's bowling ball from the 70s. Her favorite color, red, and I just thought it was cool, and I told her I wanted to keep it. I don't know why. I don't even bowl. So this is going to go into her garage sale too. Going to let that go. Not to mention, holding a heavy bowling ball hurts my wrist. I probably have carpal tunnel from all of my years typing as a reporter, writing stories for 24 years. Oh boy, what next? What next? I bought this. Okay, so I will admit not all of this stuff is my mom's down here. Some of it is mine, but most of it is hers. I bought this picture at an estate sale recently thinking that I would resell it, but I just do not have the energy or motivation to ship this, so, or even list it. So for that matter, this is going to go into my mom's sale as well. I guess these are a popular item right now where it's vintage cross stitch pictures. It is pretty cool. I like it. Took somebody a lot of time to make this, that's for sure. So this will go into the sale. I don't think we'll be able to get $10 for it, maybe $5. So I'll put this in the other room as well. Now, for those of you who have been watching the decluttering journey in the barn, you know that we already have too much stuff to even sell at the first garage sale. We have more stuff than we do space on tables. So the stuff that I'm wanting to sell is probably going to have to wait in a holding area in my basement for our second, third, or fourth sale of the year. This is a Chevy Nova book that I was trying to sell on eBay for my mom. It didn't sell. 1962 to 1968. So I did see some listed on there for $10, but for $10, I don't even want to mess with it. So this is going to go in her cell as well. Put that over here. Some of these science fiction books I will take up for her sale. The Gods from Outer Space. That sounds interesting. The weird thing is, I love the premise of sci-fi, but I am not really a big sci-fi movie or book fan. It doesn't make any sense. I should be. I loved The X-Files. We have some old toys. The Viewmaster. This was from Toys R Us. Horses. and wild animals. And we do have a Viewmaster, I believe, somewhere. Animals of our national parks. And then Mom had these beanie kids, little clothing for these beanie kids. I tried to sell those and they didn't sell. I don't know if the beanie kids are still here or if they've been taken to my mom's already, but I don't know. I wish I could have sold these online, but I guess they'll have to go into the garage sale. I mean, this is good vintage stuff right here. I did try to take them to a local vintage business here in town to see if they were interested in purchasing any of the vintage items, such as these Power Ranger coloring and activity books. And they did purchase a few, and they purchased a sealed Star Wars Empire Strikes Back VHS tape from me for $15. But they weren't interested in everything that I had, unfortunately. Skeleton Warriors, I've never heard of this. These are pretty cool though. So I don't know if I should like just lot up a bunch of vintage toys and put them on eBay as an auction maybe. Maybe that's a choice. I feel like I'm just moving stuff from one side of the room to the other side of the room, which is driving me absolutely crazy. My mom gave me this golden book, The Boy with a Drum, to sell for her. One single book. I don't know. I had these little golden books as a kid. Oh, that's from my bedroom. These, believe it or not, are floppy disk holders for the computer. Remember the floppy disk? Maybe you're too young. My stepdad had all of these in his computer room. And this one's from Tandy, which was Radio Shack. And I saw two of these that sold on eBay for $60. So I listed mine, or my mom's actually, two of hers for $60. I cleaned them all up and tried to sell them, but no bites. So I guess we'll try to sell these at her sale as well. I have a whole box of them actually. I have to get all of this stuff out of my basement because, okay, here's some Walt Disney Classics little golden books. I have not listed these yet. These might sell. This is a nice set. 10 Best Loved Tales. I might try to sell this. The problem is I'm not motivated myself to list or sell anything anymore. So I have to really push myself to do it for my mom. I did it for 3 years and I hit it pretty hard and heavy. And then I just got burnt out. Snoopy coloring book. Paul Simon Greatest Hits songbook. I don't even know what all is down here. A Ziggy bookmarker. Anybody remember Ziggy? From like the 80s, 70s, and 80s. Very popular. But I do know when I can't find something of my own, it's a problem. Especially when I live in a 700 square foot house. And right now I'm looking for my summer socks and I don't even know where they are. So that's very aggravating and frustrating for me. I want to be able to find my stuff right away, not spend a half an hour looking for it. It's ridiculous. That's a sign to me that I also have too much stuff and I'm not organized enough. Do any of you struggle with this problem? Let me know in the comments. What else do we have here? Okay. This is, I believe, a box of votive candle holders. Yes. I took great time in opening every single one of these things, taking it out of the plastic, arranging a nice photo, listing it online for sale, and no one was interested in those, so those will definitely go to the big barn sale in a couple weeks. Let's try to sell the whole box for one low price of 10 bucks. I think is good, or best offer, because we just want to move the stuff out. Now I feel like I'm a used car salesman. Okay, this is a purse that my mom made. They're called fun purses, and she spends about 8 hours on one purse, and then she would sell them for about 25 bucks. St. Louis Cardinals, which is my husband's favorite baseball team. These have a lot of pockets, 2 pockets in the front, a great big pocket in the back that you could put like an iPad in, and a cute little beaded tassel for the zipper. Inside, there are even more pockets. There are 4 pockets inside, so it's really nice. It's a nice sturdy purse, very cute, very unique. I have sold some of these in the past for my mom, but I did list one of these and haven't been able to sell this either right now. I have 2 of them actually. Well, besides this one, that's not a St. Louis Cardinals, it's just a pretty design. So all the work sometimes when you put into a craft, you don't necessarily always get your return back on it, because if you think of time as money, granted, she probably just enjoyed doing it, you know, as a hobby, but gosh, 8 hours of time into this purse, you know, is it really worth selling it at a garage sale for 5 bucks? Heck no. So it's a conundrum, because if I can't sell these online, then, you know, I feel like my mom wasted her time and her efforts, and that makes me feel kind of bad for her. So not sure what to do about these fun purses. I don't know. Speaking of purses, there are some other purses down here that my mom wanted me to sell for her. This one, which has a Native American design, it's pretty unique looking. However, it's not leather, I don't think. It doesn't feel like leather, but it's brand new, never used, and it says Pendleton, which she said is an expensive brand. I haven't listed this one yet, guilty. So I need to get that listed. First, I got to clean off my listing table, which is right over here, so I can actually get this listed for her. I'm thinking I'll list it for about 50 bucks probably to start with, and see what happens. So if I can just get these boxes like all in one area at least, so I can actually walk on the floor, that would be a good start. This is that sweater from my closet. I brought it down and I'm gonna store it in a tote. I love it and I don't want to let go of it quite yet. So put it in this tote with my winter blanket. This is really cute too. It's a little jackpot bank. I listed this for sale and no bites on this, so this will go into the garage sale. It's brand new. My mom bought it somewhere. Never opened it. Okay, these are more sci-fi books. Those can go. I'll add the other ones in the bag with it. Oh boy. have some old computer games from the 90s, and I sold one of them on eBay for my mom. It was the precursor to World of Warcraft, which my mom loves and plays World of Warcraft, believe it or not, and she's in her 70s. Some people are just blown away by that. She's been playing that for about 10 years, maybe longer. But anyway, my stepdad and my mom had a game that was the precursor to World of Warcraft called, what was it called? Something with a U. Ultima. And I sold that on eBay for, I think it was, I listed it for $100 because other people were as well, but I think I took a best offer of $70 for it, which, hey, 70 bucks is still pretty good if you ask me. My mom was happy about it, I can tell you that. For a game that's just sitting around in her house that she hadn't played since probably the 90s. These are the instruction manuals for my Kenwood stereo. Story about that, I bought this Kenwood stereo in 1989. I got a loan from the bank for it, and it's got all of those separate components, state of the art at the time. I think I got it from Sears department store, and I actually got a loan from the bank for $1,000 to buy this stereo. It was $900 and some dollars. It was a way to build up my credit, and I was just so thrilled to have my first CD player. It was right about the time that CDs were coming out. It was one of the most exciting purchases of my life. Well then, of course, over time, you know, I moved away, went to college, didn't have room for it. I ended up eventually selling the stereo to my mom and my stepdad. They had it in their living room up until last fall. They used it once in a while, but not very often at all. So now I brought it back home to try to sell it for my mom for $100, and I still have to clean it and list it. That's one thing that my mom might not realize, is that listing takes a lot of time because you have to clean, photograph, write a description. So probably take me an hour to clean and list that stereo. That's why I'm procrastinating on it. What else do we have down here? I have, this is actually mine, a Bon Jovi VHS tape. I don't know if I can part with this or not. Time will tell. This is something else of mine. It holds necklaces with a little bird on top. I got it at a garage sale, and I just don't wear necklaces anymore, so I thought I would try to sell this at my mom's sale as well, but just gonna have to go to the holding area for now, probably. Super cute though. Oh yeah, I was gonna get a snack, so I'll be right back. BRB. Okay, I got a good old-fashioned P&J. Hold me over till dinner time. And now I think I'm gonna go silent on here so I can really focus and get some stuff done as soon as I'm finished with this. Vintage horse and carriage. Oh, crafting photo albums for scrapbooking. Maybe if we don't sell the scrapbooks, we could donate those to a place around here that does arts and crafts. Oh, a tripod. This came from my mom's house. Maybe I can use this for my cell phone to do videos. Let's see. Looks like it's never been opened. Video Mate. Video tripod for use with 8mm VHS and VHS camcorders. Guess not. It's a little outdated. I'm starting to get the sniffles again. Goody. What's in this? Probably something for autumn. No. It's an angel tea light. It's very beautiful. It'd be a good Christmas gift. Should I save this and repurpose it for Christmas? I'm not against that whatsoever. I've done it before, I'll do it again. Yeah, maybe I'll stick this up here and give that as a Christmas gift. We have like $10 gift exchanges at a couple of places that we go to for the holidays, so I think that would make a great, fantastic gift. And if they don't want it, they can repurpose it. It won't hurt my feelings whatsoever. The Bradford Exchange. Whoop, I almost dropped this. An Elvis collectible plate. Jailhouse Rock. That's pretty cool. I don't remember if I listed this for sale or not. I don't think so. I need to list this for my mom since it's the Bradford Exchange. But I can tell you from when I did reselling for a few years that collectible plates did not sell well for me at all. Ink cartridges. We actually took some of these to Office Max and got credit for them, in-store credit, but it's kind of a ripoff. They don't give you very much. I think they gave us $10 or something, and you couldn't use it on that same date. You had to come back at a later date, and you had to spend so much money, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. Epson inkjet printer cartridges, whole bag of them. I did list them on Marketplace, but not eBay. I should have listed these on eBay. So maybe I'll still do that for my mom. I really thought that these would sell. Breyer collectible horses. Oops, here's the picture. Breyer collectible horses that are brand new in the box. And these are usually pretty expensive. So I'm still going to hold on to these and try to list them in more places to sell these for my mom. The things I do for her, I tell you. This, however, I am not going to hold on to. The Golden Age of Radio. These are all cassettes. She bought these for my stepdad. She wanted me to try to sell them. I think I did list them. I think someone actually posted, you know, a comment and made fun of them because they're cassettes. But hey, I actually know someone who has a cassette player in her car, and she's Gen Z. So hey, they're making a comeback, and I think that's really cool. Cassette tapes were all the rage when I was in high school in the 1980s. However, I was listening to Rat and Motley Crue, not the golden years of radio. Speaking of cassettes, my husband has this whole tote full of cassettes that he will not let me get rid of. He doesn't listen to them, but he's nostalgic, I guess, and he wants to hold on to them. He even has an 8-track of the Monkees. So I put all of this stuff underneath the steps. I call it the Tim Graveyard. He's got an old train set underneath there too. Oh, and since my husband's a musician, he gets a lot of CDs of bands that he's played with. So he has multiples of the Kevin Hart Latin Jazz Quintet that he was a part of. What do we do with all of these? Don't get me wrong, it's great music, but we don't need 10 of them. Okay, my husband's home and he's coming downstairs. I don't know. I saw that. Maybe the wind knocked them over and then they just didn't pick them up. They were too lazy. Come on in. I have a surprise for you. I'm taping. I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
Come on in. Don't be scared. It's a decluttering question. Step over there into the limelight, please.
But I have a banana.
So what? Just keep eating it. I don't care. I'm informal. So I came across your tote of old cassette tapes. Do you still want to keep these, or do you want to do you want to declutter any of them?
No.
Well, some of them are just like recorded tapes.
Yeah, they're probably old recordings from bands I played in back in the 90s.
Not all of them. Like there's one that's just a recording of Led Zeppelin, like not an original. Do you want to keep that even?
I want to keep them all until I go through them.
Can we go through them together sometime in the near future?
Yeah.
We can?
Yeah.
Awesome.
But don't throw any of them away.
Oh, I'm not. But another question, like all of these CDs that you have, yes, I know you played in this band, the Kevin Hart Latin Jazz Quintet, but we have like 20 of these CDs.
Mm-hmm.
Can't we like sell some of them or donate some of them? Do you need all 20?
Well, that's just because, we all had boxes of them to sell like 30 years ago.
Yeah. So you still want to hold on to all those though?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Look, I've got a little hole here, a little space where I can stand and not trip. These are adorable, like little fall pumpkins. I don't know if this is Party Light. Yep, Party Light, #1. So I'm definitely going to hold on to this. Same deal with this. Pumpkin Witch House. Party Light, Tea Light candle holder. All these old floppy disks of my stepdad's. He was quite a computer guy. These are actually worth some money if you look these up on eBay, depending on what they are. I just sold a set of these. Something to do with aliens or something. I don't remember now, but I think I sold them for $40. So they're vintage. It's hard to believe that people would still have the computers to play these on. Maybe there's some hardcore old vintage nerds out there. A whole group of them, I imagine. A club, a secret society that is only doing these kind of cartridges, technology, which would be kind of cool, I think, actually. So, yeah, I'm going to save those and try to list more. This is an old-time fan. Back in the day, before my time, different businesses would give out free things to advertise. And this one's from a car company. Oh, there's actually 2 in here, 2 fans. Show you what it looks like. I'll fold it out here. There's a little boy in the country. And it's a business that was local, so I don't know who I can give these to or try to sell them. Maybe the Historical Society would be interested. Here's another one of a mountain scene. They don't unfold very well, unless I'm doing it wrong. Okay. Anyways, oh, there we go. Here it is. I might need this pretty soon. It's starting to get hot outside. The phone number was 316, so you know that this is old. A 3-digit phone number. Anyways, it needs to leave the basement. Oh, a whole set of Ancient Aliens DVDs. I have these already listed on eBay. No bites. So I might give these to a friend of mine who loves this show. And her husband would enjoy them. My stepdad loved anything sci-fi, anything about aliens. So every Christmas or for his birthday, we would always get him a new DVD of Ancient Aliens. Some of them he didn't even unwrap, but he did watch the show a lot. A Dick Clark 20 Years of Rock and Roll Yearbook. This is pretty cool and nostalgic. In the 1950s, people used to ask me, how long can rock last? In the 1970s, rock rolls on, Dick Clark said. Well, it's 2025, and unfortunately, rock is not rocking right now. It's changed very dramatically. And some people would argue with me that it's changed for the better, but I don't think so. I'm stuck with the music that I grew up with, which is natural. And most other people would probably feel the same way when they turn my age. So yeah, another thing that I don't really know what to do with. I did have this listed and it did not sell. But it's cool, very cool. Especially for those who like rock and roll like me. Okay, so these are like, remember America Online? This is a free thing that you would get into the mail. Free software. And apparently some people collect these things. So, should I sell them at the garage sale? I don't know. Donate them, sell them. $10.99 hours free. America Online. You've got mail. Anyone remember the old dial-up? The sound of the phone dialing up, and then the beeping when it was connecting, and then you've got mail. That's one of my favorite movies, by the way, with Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan. Great movie. Okay, so I can see the dust flying in the air here. I think that's about all I'm going to do for this night. But thanks so much for watching, and I hope that you will like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. Please leave a comment if you have time or feel so inclined. And until next time, I hope that you find an adventure, create memories, and be happy.